Xbox has started to fight back for Sony and their aggressive way of doing things in the gaming industry. Long gone are the days of Xbox not locking down games and not buying studios. Let's get into this amazing article that shows Xbox isn't playing nice anymore and that the rest of the industry should be on the lookout. Hey everyone, thanks for stopping by and checking out the video. Remember to hit that subscribe button and that like button. The support is greatly appreciated. And if you want to be notified on future content, hit that small little bell icon. It helps the channel out a lot. But now let's get into this pretty awesome article that was written by Jez Corden of Windows Central. He's very well known in the gaming industry and is one of the best journalists who covers not only Xbox, but gaming in general. And he had a pretty awesome article talking about Xbox and how they're starting to play dirty this generation. The title of the article reads like this actually: Xbox is ready to start playing dirty. No more Mr. Nice Guy. Now, I know that's a pretty hardcore title, and to be honest, I actually find it to be very true. Xbox isn't playing nice with anyone in the gaming industry, not anymore. They're no longer trying to earn goodwill from the media or anyone else after that horrible launch on the Xbox One generation. The goodwill they get now comes in the form of Game Pass and having all their first-party games on there coming to Xbox and PC day and date. The value there is insane and something that no one in the gaming industry can compete with, which makes Xbox feel that they can be more aggressive in the gaming market like they've never done before, and even lock down third-party games to be console launch exclusives, something they've done before and got absolutely destroyed for, which the article mentions right here. A few years ago, Microsoft picked up Square Enix's Rise of the Tomb Raider as a timed exclusive. The backlash was palpable. Scores of fans across social media and certain forums decried Microsoft, as well as major outlets and journalists. For fans on other platforms, naturally, it made sense to be angry. The continuation of the story they had become invested in wasn't coming to their preferred console of choice. This Kotaku piece from 2014 summarizes the outrage, moralizing the decision as hurting gamers. I remember this announcement, and I remember seeing it on the stage at some big event Xbox was having, thinking that's a huge move that Xbox did so they can boost their exclusive games and something that really is aimed to bring people to their platform. Yet the worst part was the backlash they got after, which was weird considering Sony did and continues to do the same thing when it comes to locking down third-party games from other developers, which is something of a contradiction and what the article points out right here. Yet strangely, I don't see the same outrage when Sony drops tens of millions to secure Final Fantasy VII Remake as a full exclusive for PlayStation, preventing the game from even hitting PC. Final Fantasy XI's Remake advertised exclusivity period has ended, yet ports to PC or Xbox have yet to be fully confirmed. Final Fantasy VII isn't the only game Sony secured exclusivity to either. We have Final Fantasy XVI set as a timed exclusive for PlayStation 5 too. As we can see right here, the double standard is pretty funny. But that doesn't matter because I believe that Xbox was a little worried about looking bad in front of fans if they took games or content away from other gamers. But after Xbox saw that Sony was doing the same thing, at great success I might add, they decided to play dirty also and fight back against the double standards by making the games they locked down not only available on Xbox platform, but also PC. That leaves their only console competitors on the outside looking in, which is something they're trying to hone in on, especially with all of the studios Xbox is buying. Of course, the main one being Bethesda and all those studios they bought in 2018. So it's very obvious that Xbox is trying to lock down content on their platform by getting some of the best developers in the industry under their Xbox Game Studio umbrella. But the biggest fight between the two companies is the third-party deals that we're seeing every single year, which the article talks about right here. The bull rush for content is more aggressive than ever. Whether it's gaming, streaming services, or even music services, platforms are prioritizing exclusive content in their user acquisition strategies. Sony clearly realized this earlier than Microsoft, given that they've managed to curate some of the most incredible internal studios the industry has to offer, with IP that continuously launches to widespread acclaim. What about those spiteful third-party exclusive deals though? For this, I have to admit that the amount of content Xbox has locked down to be exclusive to the Xbox Series X console is pretty insane. I mean, they had a complete digital event last year that showed so many games, and every single one of those games was going into Game Pass day and date. A lot of them are console exclusives that won't be coming to PS5 or won't go on the competitor's console for at least a year, if not more. So as you can see, it's obvious that Phil Spencer and Xbox are not afraid to lock down third-party games for their platform, something that Sony has done extensively the last several years during the PS4 era, but it's also something they've relied on for the launch of the PS5. They had Bluepoint Games make Demon's Souls, which is a third-party studio. They have had deals with Bethesda to make games like Ghostwire Tokyo and Deathloop. Throw in Final Fantasy and you can see that Sony really does rely a lot on third-party deals they try to money hat. And I think that Xbox is doing the same thing with some of the games they have rumored to be locked down with third-party studios. But Xbox has also taken it a step further and bought entire publishers and studios to make content for their platform, something that Sony just can't compete with. Because if you're going to get into a fight with Microsoft that requires more money, Microsoft and Xbox are going to win out no matter what. And it's something they've shown and talked about when they bought Bethesda, which is what the article mentions right here. Microsoft dropped $7.5 billion to acquire ZeniMax Media, the corporation behind many industry staple franchises Doom, The Elder Scrolls, Fallout, Wolfenstein, Dishonored, The Evil Within, and many more now sit under the Xbox division at Microsoft. Some commentators went on record to say Microsoft wouldn't hold those franchises from PlayStation, pointing towards things like profit loss, or the fact Minecraft is multi-platform. I'd argue differently and have done so in the past over here. Beyond hearing myself that, indeed the plan is to make ZeniMax future games exclusive to platforms where Xbox Game Pass exists. Microsoft itself hinted as much in the recent Bethesda Xbox Roundtable event. I've spoken to people at Xbox in the past who project that The Elder Scrolls would be the most engaged iteration of the legendary franchise to date, purely on the basis of Xbox Game Pass. There's simply no reason in a world where you can access Xbox Game Pass cloud streaming on virtually any device, thanks to the upcoming web-based version, to give Sony a 30% cut on those games. This is doubtably true in a world where Sony is willing and eager to deliver value for its customers by making its platform the only place to play some major upcoming titles such as Final Fantasy 16 and so on. We all remember the day Xbox and Bethesda announced they're coming together and being a part of the Xbox family. That was a huge time in gaming, and everyone talked about Bethesda games having to come to PlayStation because they needed money, which I found hilarious and totally misleading to people. For everyone to act like Xbox couldn't make their money back from Game Pass and Xbox customers was just shallow thinking. It was obvious that Xbox made this deal so they can get content for their platform, exclusive content that can't be played on anyone else's platform, something that Sony has done again and again with their exclusive games and first-party titles. And for several years, it looked like Xbox just wasn't fighting back at all. They didn't show anything to gamers for a while and really didn't invest in first-party studios. But for the last 3 or 4 years, we can easily see that Xbox is fighting back and really making Xbox to be the best place to play all your games. And to be honest, the fight back and all this new energy that Xbox has is almost infectious. You can just feel it. You know Xbox knows they have something here with Game Pass and all these studios and investment they're getting from Microsoft, which is something that the article closes out by saying right here. Xbox is fighting back. Picking up ZeniMax was the sort of flex only massive corporations like Microsoft can achieve. It shows that Microsoft is serious about the future of Xbox, faced with existential threats from the likes of Tencent and Amazon, who are competing with Microsoft in a big cloud war. If it was Sony who had purchased ZeniMax, there wouldn't even be a debate about whether those games would go exclusive. Everybody knows exactly what Sony would do, and I feel like it wouldn't be set with the same concerns and controversy we've seen over ZeniMax. Either way, Sony may have inspired a competitive streak in Xbox that is unlike anything we've seen before, and its gamers in the Xbox and Windows PC ecosystem stand to reap the rewards. And this is what I feel just happened from last generation. Everybody looks at the Xbox One generation as a black mark on the Xbox brand, something to be forgotten, and there's some truth to that. but to me, it's something that needed to happen in order for us to get Xbox we have today. In a way, the last generation woke up a sleeping giant in Microsoft and Xbox. It brought unparalleled competition into the gaming platforms and even pushed Sony, the market leader, to do even more. The Xbox Series X and PS5 consoles are truly fighting head to head like we've never seen before. And once Xbox starts to drop Bethesda games and Xbox Game Studio games on the regular and on Game Pass, it's going to be an insane amount of content and competition. All the while, Xbox, PlayStation, PC, and most of all, gaming fans will reap all of the benefits, because that's what this is all about. It's about competition, and sure, sometimes you have to play dirty so you can win. But enough of what I think about all of this. Tell me what you think about all of this. Do you think Xbox is playing dirty? Are you surprised how aggressive Xbox has been? Can Sony compete with the amount of games Xbox is bringing out? Will Sony double down and bring out even more games to compete? What other studios are up for grabs? Will Sony buy studios to compete with the Bethesda buyout Xbox just had? Go down below and let me know. And I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please hit that subscribe button and that like button. The support helps out the channel more than you know. And give me a follow on Twitter at Zalker87. I'm always on there talking games and sharing my latest videos. Plus, I love interacting with everyone there, so get on Twitter and let's talk about gaming. Also, follow me on Xbox Live. My gamertag is Zalker87, just like my channel name. See what games I'm playing, and let's compete in achievements for the month. So right now I'm playing Mass Effect, Man-Eater, all kinds of games on Game Pass, Driver or Zombie Driver, something like that, where you just drive around taking out zombies. It's so much fun. But most of all, I'm jumping into Mass Effect because it's a huge game. I want to get it done with, and I really was looking forward to Biomutant, but I might wait on it. There's a lot of people that are saying that it's not worth the money, or they didn't like it, and the reviews were in the middle of the pack. So I'm going to wait to get that on sale because I already have so many games to play, and Game Pass has been keeping me busy anyways. So I'll wait for that game. Maybe it drops into Game Pass later, or it just comes out at a sale price where I can grab it. It looks fun and I'm interested, but there's so much to play that I kind of need to wait on it. But let me know what you're playing. Are you playing on something on your PS5, your Xbox Series X, or are you on your PC? Are you playing Biomutant or Resident Evil Village? Let me know down below, because that's what we're here for, is to talk gaming. And that's all for now. Thanks for watching, and until next time, remember, enjoy your gaming. Later.